this time. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson. I was on the BrightShine Lake right here in the city of Memphis, in the county of state of Tennessee. And today is early Sunday morning, November 3rd, 2019. The time is 6:13 a.m. First, I thank all my family support for your continued current support. I had started part 2 of the same video, and by mistake I left the cursor on the record thing, and when I was doing with the map, I mistakenly my finger mistakenly hit the button. So instead of 2 YouTube video, it's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3 YouTube video. I moved the cursor this time by mistake. Man, sometimes things like that happen. When it comes to street slang, I just want to make the Merriam-Webster's Third New International Dictionary, Oxford English Dictionary, any and every word in the dictionary. Gang plus stir, mob plus stir, boss, moon, thug, crook, hooligan, mac, player, pimp, foreign, hustler, nigga, field nigga, house nigga. When it comes to music, hip and hop, rock and roll, swing, groove, jazz, blues, funk, doo-wop, bebop, it's street slang. When it comes to money, currency exchange, we can go to the quick rap on Wikipedia. Bucks, rack, stack, bands, bread, dough, scratch, loot, moolah, Benjamin, dead president, street slang. Now, when it comes to that so-called sorority and fraternity, devil worship. United States Department of Justice, hazing is a crime. And the sorority fraternity use hazing and initiation ritual. Devil worship. They commit crimes on and off the campus. They use and abuse tobacco products. They indulge in gambling, games of chance. They use and abuse alcohol and drugs. They indulge in immoral activity. They indulge in sexual depravity. Don't let the sorority and fraternity mislead you. Get out of the sorority fraternity. Don't join the sorority fraternity. Discourage others from being involved in the sorority fraternity. Expose the sorority fraternity. Renounce all those persons, individuals that have started, initiated the sorority and the fraternity, then old world secret society from Africa, Asia, and Europe, and denounce the whole concept of a sorority and a fraternity, them old world secret society from Europe, from Asia, and Africa. And the sorority and fraternity, they work and they manage the businesses, companies, and corporations, and they use and misuse the background check. They commit crimes against humanity, atrocity, violation of human rights, civil rights, inhumanity, genocide, ethnic cleansing, all forms of discrimination and harassment. They pollute the air, groundwater, and noise pollution, and they destroy the environment, nature, and wildlife. Don't let the sorority and fraternity mislead you. Harvard University is the oldest institution of higher learning in the United States, founded March 13, 1639, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and William Mary College. Williamsburg, Virginia, founded February 8, 1693, second oldest institution of higher learning in the United States of America. Phi Beta Kappa Society, founded December 5, 1776, the College of William Mary, recognized as the first Greek letter student society in North America. Alpha Delta Pi, first sorority, founded in 1851, Wesleyan College, Macon, Georgia. The first organization to adopt the word sorority was Gamma Phi Beta, established on November 11, 1874, Syracuse University, Syracuse, New York. The first women's fraternity in DuPont College, 18-something. The basis of the sorority and fraternity, them old world secret societies from Africa, from Asia, and from Europe. For example, the Eastern Star, the Freemasons. They talk about Euclid, the mathematician, and Alexander Eagle. 1390, 1425, mentioned the Holloway manuscript, Reed's Point, Cook manuscript. The Downing manuscript. Examples of them old world secret societies from Africa, from Asia, and from Europe. Skull and Bone, Rosicrucian, the Sons of Liberty, Thug Society, Private Society, Ordo Typical Orientis. The Knights of the Golden Eagle. The Women, the ancient Arabic order of nobles of the mission shrine to improve order of women, the P.O. Sisterhood, the Eastern Star, the Freemason, the Elks, the Loyal Order of the Bilderberg Group, the Ku Klux Klan, the Knights of Bethlehem, Knights of Columbus, the Illuminati, the Forest Society, Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, the Mystic Order of the Veiled Prophet of the Enchanted Realm, the United Order of the Golden Cross, the United Ancient Order of Druid National Rank, Ancient Order of Hermanaean, the Opus Dei, the Knights Templar, the Scottish Rite, the Spanish Garduna, the Carbonarians, the Black Hand. You say Mafia, that's Afro-Asiatic. You say Cosa Nostra, that's Latin. The Triad, the Yakuza, the Osiris. This is the International Bill of Human Rights. This is the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. This is the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. This is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. The world's oldest human rights organization, Anti-Slavery International. This is the International Federation for Human Rights. The world's oldest international conservation organization, BirdLife International. And this is Fauna and Flora International, was the world's first international wildlife conservation organization. This is the world's oldest global environmental organization, International Union for the Conservation of Nature, also the World Wildlife Fund. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Global Rights, Frontline Defenders, Human Rights Without Frontiers, the International Center for Human Rights. Conservation International, Wildlife Conservation Society, Conservation Fund, Legal Conservation Board, Earth Watch Institute, Conservative Association, Earth Justice, the Conservation Volunteer, Wildlife Conservation Network, Endangered Wildlife Trust, Biodiversity and Nature Conservative Association, Grass Species Conservation Center, Wildlife Research and Conservation Trust, Rainforest Trust, International Rainforest Conservation Organization, Rainforest Alliance, the Rainforest Action Network. Biodiversity International, Earth Day Network, Environmental Defense Fund, Friends of the Earth, Friends of Nature, Greenpeace, the Nature Conserve, Wildlife Conservation Society, Soil and Water Conservation, Clean Water Action, World Water Council, Marine Conservation Institute, Marine Conservation Alliance, Oceanic Preservation Society, Oceanic Society, Global Ocean Commission, the International Marine Life Alliance, and many more organizations such as the one we just mentioned, trying to end, they're trying to stop all the crimes that the sorority and the fraternity and the old world secret society from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, that they be committed. Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, is a liar, a murderer, the devil. He wrote all those epistles, in those epistles. He called himself an apostle. He was lying. He was no apostle. Now, the man-made religious organization, they used those epistles that Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote. And one of them they used, Romans chapter 16, verse 16, salute one another with the Holy Ghost, the church with the subject of Christ salutes you. Another verse that Saul from Tarsus, self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote that the man-made religious organization used, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 4, so that we ourselves glory you in the church with the subject is of God for your patience, favor, all your persecution, and tribulation, that ye endure. You know there's a lie. There's a lie. It's a lie. It's all lies. There's no such thing as devil worship. No such thing as Satanism. No such thing as it's a lie. There's no such thing. It's a lie. It's all lies. Ain't no bunch of lies. All lies. it is lies. They lying. All they doing lying. Now, this is the list of place names of Native American origin in the United States. For example, state names: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Connecticut, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. And scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says see also. You'll see a list of place names of indigenous origin in America. Now we making ourselves aware of this devil, so-called devil worship stuff. Well, that was piracy, them pirates. Now, in the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the Bureau of Justice assists the National Gang Center Bulletin, and the title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States, and it was written by Mr. James C. Howe and Mr. John P. Moore. Now you can find that same information on the quick reference Wikipedia in its title, Gangs in the United States. Now, the United States government enacted the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 and Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970, the Racketeer Influence Drug Organization, RICO Act, is anti-gang. And also the Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, Psychotropic Substance Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, Kingpin Statute. It's all anti-gang. The Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, as well as other related legislation. The Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, and the Comprehensive Gang Law, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the Bureau of Justice, Office of Justice Program, and the United States Department of Justice. The Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assist, the United States Department of Justice, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Project Safe Neighborhood, the United States Department of Justice, Office of Communal Oriented Policing Service, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, Bureau of Justice Assist, International Narcotics Law Enforcement Affairs, the United States Department of State Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance, Educating and Training, and Great Program. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which have been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which have been funded by the Bureau of Justice since 2003. The National Gang Center compilation state laws against gang prevention overview research program. Mr. James C. Howe, Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, National Gang Center bulletin. Title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States. And you can also go to the quick reference Wikipedia, find that same information titled Gangs in the United States. The United States Department of Justice, Office of the United States Attorney General, 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. The United States Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center, United States Department of Justice, Office The United States Department of Justice, the Organized Crime and Gang Section, the other federal, state, and local agencies. The United States Department of Justice Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategy, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. The United States Department of Justice Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Prevention and Control, change the course, prevent the gang membership, also striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. The United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Health, Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, National Forum of Youth Violence Prevention Forum. You go to youth.gov, be informed about the National Forum of Youth Violence Prevention Forum, as well as the Comprehensive Anti-Gang List and the Comprehensive Gang Law. The United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice System, National Crime Prevention Council, keep kids out of gang. The United States Department of Justice, hazing is a crime, anti-hate. You go to Lord.com, be informed about anti-hate. The birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Matthew chapter 1, verse 18 through 25. Matthew chapter 2, verse 1 through 23. Luke chapter 1, verse 1 through 8. Luke chapter 2, verse 1 through 52. The Lord's Supper. Matthew chapter 26, verses 26 through 29. Mark chapter 14, verse 22 through 25. Luke chapter 22, verse 15 through 22. The Lord's Prayer. Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Luke chapter 11, verses 2 through 4. The Beatitudes. Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7. In Luke chapter 6, verses 20 through 49. John the Baptist, Matthew chapter 3, verse 1 through 17, emphasize verses 11 through 17, Mark chapter 1, verses 1 through 11, emphasize verses 7 through 11, Luke chapter 3, verses 1 through 22, emphasize verses 16 through 22, John chapter 1, verses 15 through 34, emphasize verses 26 through 34. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, teaching in the synagogue, Matthew chapter 4, verse 23, Mark chapter 1, verse 21, Luke chapter 4, verse 15, John chapter 6, verse 59. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, begins his ministry. Matthew chapter 4, verses 12 through 25, emphasize verse 23 through 25. Mark chapter 1, verse 14 through 45, emphasize verse 14 and 39 through 45. Luke chapter 4, verses 14 through 44, emphasize verse 15, 43, and 44. John chapter 1, verses 35 through 51. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, he chose 12 disciples. 12. Matthew chapter 10, verses 1 through 42, Mark chapter 3, verses 13 through 35, Luke chapter 6, verses 13 through 49, John chapter 6, verses 59 through 71. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, he established the one and the only church. Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 19, Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 through 20. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gave us the apostle communion. Matthew chapter 28, verses 16 through 20. Mark chapter 16, verses 14 through 20. Luke chapter 24, verses 44 through 49, and John chapter 21. The death, burial, and resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God. Matthew chapter 26, verse 1 through 75. Matthew chapter 27, verse 1 through 66. Emphasize verse 50. Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, took his body down on the cross. And also verses 57 through 6. Matthew chapter 28, verses 1 through 20. Emphasize verses 16 through 20. Mark chapter 14, verses 1 through 17, Mark chapter 15, verses 1 through 47, emphasize verse 37. Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, took his body down from the cross. And also verses 43 through 47. Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 20, emphasize verses 14 through 20. Luke chapter 22, verses 1 through 71, Luke chapter 23, verses 1 through 56, emphasize verse 46. Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, took his body down from the cross. And also verses 50 through 56, Luke chapter 24, verses 1 through 53, emphasize verses 44 through 53, John chapter 17, verse 1 through 26, John chapter 18, verse 1 through 40, John chapter 19, verse 1 through 42, emphasize verse 30. Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, took his body down from the cross. Also verses 38 through 42, John chapter 20, verse 1 through 31, and John chapter 21, verse 1 through 25. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, gives his apostle communion. Matthew chapter 28, verse 16 through 20, Mark chapter 16, verse 14 through 20, Luke chapter 24, verses 44 through 49, and John chapter 21. See, like I said, the church is only one church. Only one. When you say repent, you persecute the church. You persecute the church. The church is being persecuted and being persecuted. Ain't no such thing, no black Hebrew Israelite. You be lying. That's the occult. Just lying. They made it up. Ain't no such thing, no black Hebrew Israelite. Then you see all them people in the sub-Saharan Africa. That's the reason why I put them languages up there. All this stuff talking about some Islam and Muslim, some black Hebrew Israelites. You be lying. Just to get straight to the point, you lying. Oh. Read Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 1 through 8. And he entered into a ship and passed over and came into his own city. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on the bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. And behold, a certain of the scribes said within himself, This man blasphemed. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? For whether it's easy to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk. But that you may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sin. Then saith he to the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go into thy house. And he arose and departed to his house. But when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, which had given such power unto men. See, this how you know the devil worshiper be lying. See, this how you know you lying. This how you know the devil worshiper, so-called devil worshiper be lying. See, this how you know it. Ain't no such thing, no Islam and anti-submits to the will of God, and one who submits that will, entirely submits that will to the, talking about some black Hebrew Israelite. You lying. You lying. You ain't doing no lying. Ain't no such thing. You lying. Like I said, keep studying the first century. Keep studying the first century. Because you'll see that them doggone Catholics in the first century, they had to be on some drugs. They had to been on some drugs. They had to been on some opium. Talking about paradise and Hades and all that other junk they made up. You had to been on some dope. You had to. But keep studying the first century. All that stuff talking about being a Christian. That's the occult. That's the occult. So a lot of people didn't know. Being honest, they ain't had no education. And see, the people that have education, see this the wrong that they do. Them old world secret society from Africa, from Asia, from Europe. They be lying. Ain't no such thing, no Christian. It's the occult, devil worship. They be lying. Webster's Third New International Dictionary, the complete and total definition and meaning of the word gang, the act, manner, or means of going. His stupid sorority and his stupid fraternity sister. His brother. Oxford English Dictionary, the complete and total definition meaning of the word gang, action or mode of going, way, passage, a set of things or person. That stupid sorority and that stupid fraternity. already know. I already know. The sorority and fraternity. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. I already know. I already know. Then that's what I've been saying. The sorority and fraternity. Guilty. Guilty of going around lying. Going around lying. From the East Coast. Them sorority and fraternity from the East Coast. Them white sorority and fraternity. Them African American sorority and fraternity. Hispanic, Latino sorority and fraternity, and all them sorority and fraternity from the East. They be going around lying. Be going around, and then all these other sorority and fraternity. They go around lying. They practice devil worship. They be lying. And going around talking about the blood gang and the Crip gang, talking about some bloodstone villain lines. That's who did it. That's who did it. Going around wearing some Arizona Diamondback hats, some Cincinnati Red hats, and all this with a hat. Some Chicago Bull hats. That's what did it. Cause see, they take education, they use it as a weapon. They make it sound like just because just because we on a college campus, that means we trying to do what's right. No. They smoke, they use and abuse alcohol and drugs, hazing. They use tobacco products, gambling, games of chance. They ain't trying to do what's right. They ain't trying to go there. They're trying to go to hell. They're trying to go to hell. And that's where they need to be. Retaliate. Them so-called secret societies from the old world, from Africa and Asia and Europe. Then they come over here. Then they come over here to America, to the United States of America. Lying. Lying. See, this the whole big problem with this whole devil worship. The lying. Just lying. That's bottom line lying. I'm gonna get ready to end today's video. And I'm gonna come back, since I'm off this weekend, I'm gonna come back and do my video again. But take care of yourself. Until next time, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you the very best. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine, everybody here in the settlement, in the county settlement in the state of Tennessee. And thank all my fans, my supporters for your continued encouragement. I've been working, I did Fiend for the Green, I did that. Yeah, come on, man, I'm trying to take credit. I did that. Fiend for the Green, Eric Dwayne, that's mine. I did it. And I'm working on some more material, so 2020. Till next time, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you very best. I did some free logo design website. You can go to the make anti-gang logo. And also, it's gonna be 3 videos, 3 YouTube videos, 3 by mistake. My finger, I left the cursor on the stop button by mistake. So when I was doing the maps, my finger hit accidentally, stopped the YouTube video from recording. So I had to start another one. So it's gonna be 3 YouTube videos, 3 with today's date, November the 3rd, 2019.